Russian people of Reddit, what does your news media say about the situation with Ukraine and the NATO these days?
Captain_Boris says Ukraine is dying and we must save it from itself. Yes, an actual local newsman said this on our TV station. R0B_B0TT says not about Ukraine, but about situation in media around here. I actually don't know any peer who wouldn't like to leave this country. I mean, when Dmitry Medvedev was a president 10 years ago, it felt like our country is one of the most progressive in the world. Then, castling happened. So, in the last few years authorities have been doing everything to shut everyone's mouths up, and the future looks very sad for this country. I can't imagine how it will look like in 10 years, but suppose something similar to USSR during Cold War or North Korea. In regards to Ukraine and this takeover situation, it feels like some kind of trying to scare NATO, USA and Ukraine and not let them expand closer. Also, I live in Kursk Oblast. This region is literally the next to Ukraine. My city is 1.5 hours to the border, and nothing really is happening here. Walmamel says alright, so the general sentiment in the media is kinda like this. Russia doesn't want to invade anyone. It gains nothing from invading Ukraine and is all about peace and ending violence in Donbass, so it won't do that. Where the Russian troops are located is nobody's business but our own as long as they are in Russia or on the territory of its allies. The US has no problem stationing its troops in other countries right across the Russian border, so them making demands about where Russia puts its soldiers on its own territory is ridiculous and unfair. The Minsk agreements are the only acceptable way out of the whole Ukraine-DNR conflict. Ukraine counterproductively refuses to negotiate with the breakaway republics and wants to blame Russia for the conflict which Russia is not even involved in. Ukraine is planning to throw away the Minsk agreements and try and reintegrate the breakaway republics by force instead. The whole panic is being artificially fanned by the US and its NATO allies subjects to justify the sanctions against Russia. The likely reason for all that is to prevent Russia from intervening when Ukraine attacks DNR and to avoid the 2008 situation when Russia saved South Ossetia from the US-sanctioned invasion by Georgia. Squeezing Russia out of the European gas market and replacing the Russian gas with the American LNG is a bonus. Europe has no say in what stance it takes and is doing whatever the American masters are telling it to do. Oh, and Jen Psaki is a dumb who says ridiculous shit all the time. Liz Truss is stupid, too. What do you think about this conflict? Share your comments and make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons.